Forecast all of a sudden that the temperatures have dropped. Air temperatures rise.
Hold on, y'all. I'm changing the title. Changing the title. Hold on. Season and Ventador.
says, why did we stop racing in Berlin? It's just 3 laps already. There's 2 minutes to finish to speed the car. Qualifying session. If we don't get to that time, we won't have but if we don't get that time, we'll start in this category on championship positions. Everybody else in the middle lane, and Schumacher Rasmus Lind was gesticulating at the safety crew for he's got a broken car. It's not just he's facing the wrong direction, he's not going to be on the driver. He's riding on the edge.
They're going to safety car. So they're going to safety car. I didn't even realize he was right next to the finish line.
And this is going to need a flatbed. Yeah, they've got the rollback already there.
Oh wow, they got the flatbed out for it.
And the IMSA airbag safety tape will show you IMSA safety trucks.
What I want to know is if I leave this, am I still on? Because like it's saying Streamlabs is running, but
a third of the way down, Jefferson is on the road down from Texas to Prix is a monument to the Blue Company first horse.
okay, so yeah, it was still running, so that's good.
Also, there's a monument to Joe Louis as well. John Fitz Louis. And that's just the road there.
It's kind of smart.
Yeah.
Off Jefferson Avenue, technically Jefferson Avenue, as you're going westbound. So then, going in the wrong direction, Jefferson Avenue until they hit that hairpin. And then wrong tracks if it was in the UK. So that happy just to drive us right back.
Can I take your picture?
Morning to Chile. And in the drop down of the back street at water to San Antonio and turn right onto Franklin. Then on the river street at the end of the pits, that's on the right left. It's a typical street circuit, isn't it? In terms of flat, 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 lightning, flat, 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 lightning, 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 little chicane, down. That's the Children's Seafood area between 6 and 7. Then, as I said, is that water wiggles around.
You got a camera back too? Hell yeah.
Waterfront. They used to go straight on now to 8 and then turn back and come out of San Antonio with a right hand there just by the pits. He's on the inside of the car park and using it to turn right. This way back to split the right. And then hard right again on the front end. All of that the old circuit.
Yeah, when they're standing, there, they're standing on top of the what's it called? On top of the trailer.
Parts of the city streets, those great parts of the streets, not the elements.
There's a helicopter.
Waiting for this to
Where's the snipers at?
clear.
They got it somewhere.
I'm not sure.
Because I don't.
Free food, free drinks. See that car there? The little low one?
So Sebastian Clearwater and put forward 1 and 2, 7 kilometers pace with a 1:10.9 and a 1:11.2. Just before the red flag came out, Jack Watson for that Sullivan and Lexus number 14. 2 Lexus this weekend in there. Once again, shuffle back, so they've got 2 entries. Normally have 1 in GTD and 1 in GTD Pro. I don't think those times are going to stand for anything, because I don't think we've had enough time in Prix in this session, so it's to reserve the right to set the grid by other means. Normally the first choice is positions. Free practice. They have just heard from Best Control. Outstanding stuff. They have been told that they can extend
I'll eat something.
so that's really good news for the race. I don't think they need much. I think they need about a minute, possibly even less than that. So they need to get out of there. And probably check the flag out and actually getting on the fight now. We were just shy of a minute short of the life record. But that's really good news for 7-3-0.
So I think they're worried about going. Is it because
Ford driver from to the south of the UK. So they're close to France than is the UK.
so for this announcement, they need to use
The Dragon Straight Ferrari has really only off on the rollback. And we have GTP to come. And a new look on the big stand for Borchipetsky Motorsports. It's been turmoil for Roger Penske and his team over the last 7 days. With the problems that they had at Indianapolis last week for the 8500. Roger, he's not a happy man at the moment. Coming into a massive part of the sports car season, this race here off to the 24 hours of Le Mans. They also run the FIA World Endurance Championship part of Porsche Penske Motorsport. A race that has not been won by Porsche for quite some time. They're shooting for their 20th overall victory this year.
Get a bunch of beer bottles. Short job making parts. I mean, parts for them. That's right. I didn't know what they really was.
Service into Department 72 for 10 days or so. Because we're not resting anytime soon. Fastest lap now, as I suspected, Prix got it. Checkered flag. There will be car improvements. So it is a Ford multi-line course. Almost like one incredible knockouts. On the front row, in Detroit.
What? I don't know what the word the flag is. It's so wrong.
Biggest rivals GM. And their global headquarters, Ford and the Mustangs, have stolen the front row away from the Corvettes. It's Ford, Lexus, BMW, and the best of the Corvettes.
What are they throwing away
Tommy
at?
Milner in 6th position. Second, I think that's a genuine position. I think that's with the
Thank you.
That beer was good. I ain't gonna But then again, I'm streaming in 1080 at 60 frames. So, it says 30, but I put it in 60. Maybe my phone can't run 30.
Chevrolet Lexus on the 5 speed on the back. And now we go to one Sports Car Championship GT3 cars.
Yeah.
Because track position here is so important. 15 minutes reset.
I know, I got that shit all over.
Yeah, and it won't disappear. It just scatters more into your hands.
Just to be reminded by race control that it will be Porsche number 7. Both of the winter racing Cadillacs who lose their fastest laps in this session. So that loss of bodywork did cause a red flag earlier on. So car 740 and 10 will be losing their fastest laps for causing a red flag during practice. Surely because of the red flag in this session, they lose both of their fastest laps. So far, this season, there's been
Huh? That's why I was stopped for a little bit, and then they came back out and did one more lap. He spun out as he was coming around the corner.
and that has been one driver in that car, Prix.
That shit tastes sorry. They just got some football like this. I just heard Titans. Everybody just football. That one car behind. They're about to come around the corner. Yeah, that's not right here.
Next weekend. Also, with an eye, of course, on Mid-Ohio, the inter-event there. Sports car fans, we are Drew's Golden Choice. Moon, Acura Moon here last year, but no. This season, this team was here last year. We're still racing. Has been dominated here. This version of the circuit by Honda powered cars and Soul East today for qualifying for the Ipswich Sports Car Championship. Nick Yellow and Tom Hoff is for Acura 9360 provisionally on the front row, subjecting pause qualifying.
We're gonna walk around.
Alright, are you guys catching the Uber back home?
Probably.
Alright.
Sheldon Varley.
We'll see you at home.
Y'all about to leave?
Yeah, probably.
Alright. Yeah.
Prix for the first time this season, not on pole position. He'll start on the outside of floor 2. Then the two Porsche Penske Motorsport cars, 6 from 7. Matt Campbell from Championship League, 7 squad header by Big Tandy today. Then 3 Cadillacs, and it's Whelan Cadillac and Jack Aiken on the inside of row 4 with Philippe Albuquerque for Wayne Taylor Racing on the outside of row 4, and row 5 is Louis Delatras in number 40 Cadillac with Jimmy Broom for JDC, Miller Motorsports, and in 11th it will be the Heart of Racing Aston Martin Valkyrie. Well,
Is it over?
And that wraps up the qualifying for the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship qualifying session for the GTV Pro Series and the
I'm using a bad time.
GTV Series. So we've had not one but 2 practices and not one but 2 qualifying sessions. We still got warm-up and a race to go yet tomorrow. Who starts to spend a lot of time on track today?
And surprising to say the least in both of these to have 4 lockout. Maybe some cars got knocked out because of red flags, which they lose their fast laps. Don't think this is going to be the final position. You're going to see a lot of passing, a lot of aggressive driving. They have to have a driver change in there. We talked about it earlier today, Todd, that a 40-second pit stop becomes a 50-second pit stop. When you're doing laps at 105, 106, all of a sudden that's more than 2/3 of a lap. When you hit and get caught out of caution, the dramatic nature of IMSA racing will be on full display tomorrow right here at the Chevrolet 3%.
Something else that was dramatic is that time that Nick Yellow posted in that
Absolutely hustling. Just like
You left your thing unlocked. You left it unlocked.
I didn't know. I don't know how to
It's
do
an
that.
amazing day, and our friends at the American Bank, a free day.
Not bad.
Always fun here in the Motor City. We're not done.
Not
6:30.
bad.
We got a cruise. Jeffrey and Jefferson.
That was right there. You heard that.
Bro, that's why I hate my fucking job. I bet you they finna go to the one in Canton too.
I know you would
To bring it back and bring it back to what it is.
Too disgusting. What we doing?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. The one I went into was clean.
Right around 6:30. Turn 3 off Jefferson.
we should bring
No, I'm saying like the toilet seat was very clean. Everything, like barely anybody used the bathroom there.
Do we have
the series. We are also going to see the next
taking a bus now over
Tuesday going to end up right early tomorrow. Jim will be here in the booth, ready to go. 8 a.m. is going to be that practice session, and then the NTT IndyCar Series practice number 2 is going to be happening at 9 and 5 tomorrow. So
What's it,
to get down here early because there's
The committee of our plazas will have a live.
Take it to Uber.
I know Griffin will be there with Gia, so it's a whole weekend.
Where the- what's it called?
Today, shout out to American Bank. Free
There's other shit around here to do though, right? I think there is. Low-key, I want to stop at the merch place over there. I look at it. Oh, it is. Look, that's crazy. Now they got them doing the little extra security wand shit.
sports teams across the Midwest. You also help support sustainability in all our communities for today, tomorrow, and years to come. At Fire, you help people in your community to work, to play, to live, and to learn. Learn more at fire.com.
American workers and American factories fuel our economy and drive.
Let me see how far I can.
WeatherTech is proud to design, engineer, and build our products right here in the USA. Enjoy this great
Let me see how far I can. I need to go on my Switch. I need to go on my Switch. I need to see.
Places to shop, eat, and play. Find nearby dining, shopping, and more after the race. Visit DeckOutDetroit.com to discover the best.
We are proud to be the presenting sponsor of the show. Chevrolet Detroit Grand Prix for the 9th consecutive year. With over a century of expertise, Lear is the largest U.S.-based automotive supplier, delivering cutting-edge technologies to the world's top manufacturers. As a leader in seating and E-systems, our solutions are driving the future of mobility. Our talented team is dedicated to innovation, operational excellence.
Okay, I just wanted to see if, because I was about to look at something, and then I didn't want my stuff to pop up on the screen. There's still more racing.
Okay, we can go. We can go.
You right. Yo, I'm gonna go back live later to save my battery. See y'all in a bit. But what's it called?
You should get closer.